guest takes on Deiveson Figueiredo coming up here at UFC FIght Night 125 on February 3rd. It is Joseph Morales joining me here on the program for the very first time. Joseph, how are you?
Doing good, man.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate the time today. And where am I catching you? I know you were just going to the doctors, doing the medicals and all that. Are you going to the gym now, or are you taking it easy? What's the plan for today?
I'm actually trying to grab lunch in between some doctor's appointments right now.
Gotcha. Multitasking. Well, I appreciate it. And we haven't seen you. We haven't seen you in a while, man. You haven't fought since September, which of course was your UFC debut. How was the holiday season for you? Did you have a good time?
Oh man, it was great. I got to enjoy Thanksgiving and not too much of Christmas, but get to spend time with the family. Had to lay easy on the food for a little bit.
Yeah. Now, did you know that you were gonna have a fight this soon? Like, when did you actually find out about this fight?
I didn't find out about this fight until like the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So you did have a bit of notice. So at least you didn't, at least you didn't go too crazy on the holiday eating. If you didn't.
Oh no. So. Yeah, no, I had to prep myself a little bit mentally for Christmas, but Thanksgiving I got to enjoy myself.
That's great. Good to hear. Let's talk about your UFC debut, man. Impressive victory. You get the first round submission over Roberto Sanchez, who's a former LFA champion. Could that fight have gone any better for you, especially in your debut?
Yeah, I probably could have defended the takedown and instead of being on my back for the first few minutes, but I think it went perfect. It went according to plan. We knew he wasn't really going to be a match on the ground, and especially on the feet, I knew I could capitalize on it.
Excellent. And how'd you celebrate after your first UFC win?
Well, we celebrated. I wasn't going to celebrate, but we celebrated after we found out I got the bonus. But we went out and had a good time, and then came back home and just spent time with family.
Great. Good to hear. What did you end up spending the bonus money on? I hope you saved some of it, because I know that's kind of important.
I saved most of it, but I took the family out on a couple of trips to like San Diego, and we went to LA for a little bit, and just got to hang out with them and enjoyed it with them.
Yeah, and what does that mean to be a guy like yourself, being able to provide for your family and reward them with a trip? That must have been a pretty cool feeling.
Oh man, it's great. It's finally all the hard work and multiple years I've put into this is finally starting to pay off and starting to show up.
What is it with Team Alpha Male? You guys are really generous. I know Benito Lopez, when he got his money, he bought his grandma a car. It seems like that's a theme there. You guys are very generous.
Well, we're all family dudes, man. We're all family. We're all trying to, take care of each other, take care of our families, and we all got each other's back out there. It's all family out there, so that's the focus, Yeah,
for sure. And you're certainly racking up the frequent flyer miles. You had your debut in Mexico, and now you're fighting in Brazil for the first time. Do you like that? Do you like doing all this traveling, or do you wish you'd have a fight back in the States?
I wish I would have had a fight back in the States, but man, business is traveling and fighting. That's part of the business, and I don't mind going to Brazil at all. It's obviously like a good experience, but my family hasn't got to witness my first UFC fight yet. They haven't got to go, so I'm kind of waiting. Hopefully, beat this dude and knock him out, and ask for a fight in the States.
Yeah, I'd say so, especially if you get another impressive win like you had. Now you have a lot of teammates at Team Alpha Male. Did you talk to any of them about going down to Brazil, especially someone like Chad Mendes, who I know had to fight Aldo in Brazil? It's a little bit of a different animal being an American going down and fighting in Brazil.
Yeah, it is. Actually, the first time I told Chad I was fighting in Brazil, he started doing the chant, the "You're gonna die" chant in Portuguese. He was saying it over and over, trying to get me ready for it.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, because I guess he would have experienced that too. Are you going to head down there? Bit? Are you going to head down there a little bit earlier, just with the fact that you got to get acclimatized and everything? Like, have you mapped that out yet?
No, I'm only going to go out there for the fight week. It's only going to be a 5-hour time change. In Mexico, it was a 2-hour time change, but we had to get acclimated to the elevation. I was out there for the whole month, getting acclimated, so I'm just going to take it this fight week and just cut my weight and be ready for the fight.
Let's talk about your opponent here, Deiveson Figueiredo. He's got the 13-0 record. How do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
I feel like he's a perfect matchup for me. I think he's a super explosive fighter. He's really not too technical. He's got very good jiu-jitsu when he's on top, but I think he's just very basic when he's on bottom, and I feel like I'm going to be able to capitalize on the stand-up and anywhere on the ground.
And you fought another undefeated guy in your UFC debut in Roberto Sanchez, and now you're fighting another guy with an undefeated record. Does that add a little bit more, knowing you could be the first guy to hand him his first career loss?
No, not really. I mean, it's all part of the game. Everybody's got to lose sometime. Nobody's invincible, you know, so even the greats have had multiple losses. You know, Anderson Silva, Demetrius Johnson. I mean, everybody's going to have their time, and it's not my time right now, and it's going to be his.
Is there a little bit more urgency to get the finish in this fight with the fact that it's in Brazil, the judges are going to be on his side, and, you know, because we saw his last fight with Jared Brooks, which was very close, and some people felt like Brooks won that fight.
I felt like Brooks won the fight, but there is a little bit more urgency to go out there and finish the fight. I'm just going to go out there and dominate and do my thing. If I get the finish, I get it. If not, I hope the decision goes my way.
And if we named off all your training partners here at Team Alpha Male, we'd be here all day. I know there's a lot of guys that are in and out of the gym, but who are some of your main training partners, guys that maybe you work with a little bit more than others?
For this fight, I've been drilling a lot with Cody. He's very similar. He's strong. He's a little bit bigger. So, you know, he's a very explosive fighter, and then just been drilling a lot with him and prepping for this fight with him.
And I'm up here in Canada, so I got to ask the typical Canada question. Have you been working at all with Owen Carr out there? I know he's a Canadian guy who's been there for a bit.
No, I haven't worked with Owen, but Owen's a good guy. He's one of the fighters out there that likes to help out a lot, but I haven't got the chance to work with him.
Who's more polite, him or Mike Malott?
Oh, I feel like Malott.
Yeah. Yeah. Who has the proper nickname for a reason, right? So there you go.
Yeah.
How's the weight cut going? I mean, we're a couple weeks out from the fight, but again, you got to make that long trip to Brazil. Have you kind of started that process already?
Yeah, the weight cut goes, I usually have an easy weight cut. I walk around like 10 or 12 pounds heavier than what I fight at, so I don't really have too much trouble making the weight. I usually just focus on the last week for weight cut, and it usually goes pretty easy.
How do you see this fight sort of playing out on February 3rd?
I feel like he's going to come out. He's going to try to, bully me and try to be explosive, and he's going to be in for a rude awakening. He's going to realize that I'm in there to fight, and he's not going to be able to push me over like he's done for the past few opponents.
Awesome. And where do you feel like a win over him puts you in the division? Because, again, if you get another win over another undefeated guy, I imagine that's going to propel you up pretty high in the flyweight division.
Yeah, well, he's ranked number 14, so, hopefully it puts me in the top 15, and I'd like to fight a top 10 fighter after that.
Nice. And what do you like doing on your downtime? We talked all about your fighting career and everything, but what would I find you doing when you're not in the gym? What's your vice?
Oh, I'll be at home chilling, playing video games with my family, and just sitting and enjoying time with them.
Now, you a PlayStation guy or Xbox?
Xbox.
Okay, and what are you playing right now?
Call of Duty World War II.
Nice. I was going to say, like a lot of people, if you have an Xbox, it's like a given, right? So you're liking the game, I take it?
Oh man, it's a great game. I love it.
That's good. Do a lot of the guys at the gym come over and play, or you just kind of play at home multiplayer online?
I play multiplayer online. A lot of the guys like to play UFC.
Okay, good stuff. Yeah, you got to switch it up a little bit. Do some different games.
Yeah.
There. Well, Joseph, it was great getting a chance to talk to you, man. I really appreciate it. Just remind people where they can get a hold of you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, man, the floor is yours.
On Instagram and Twitter, it's Bopo Joseph, and then on Facebook, you can just add me on Joseph Morales.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.